This is a crazy different video. The way I'm starting it, the way I'm talking. I hope you guys actually enjoy this video because this is something I really enjoy, and we're gonna dive really deep into my interests and hobbies and how I'm living life now. Not just talking about it, but showing you guys. But like I was saying, I can hit my head pretty hard, like to the point where I'd probably end this video. I'm gonna try my best to avoid that. I'm gonna be standing back here. Let's see if you guys can, does the lighting adjust? It is not. Here, what we're gonna be doing today is I went to the thrift store, as you guys can obviously see. I got a bunch of vintage NASCAR, designer, streetwear, you name it, and piles on piles. But not only did we find those things, but something happened that was unfortunate for me and the person that I was having a conversation with. And that is gonna be the whole video, or I'm gonna try to make it the whole video of like a story time on what went down at the thrift store. To start you guys off, I do resale as a side hustle just to get some extra cash, and I also love thrifting. I've been thrifting since I was in elementary school. My mom and dad would take me to the thrift stores, and I found a lot of interest in it. So that is why I still thrift today, because it kind of brings back memories of, oh, I remember thrifting as a kid. And I love the clothes. I mean, look, I found this at the thrift for like $8. Like, if I were to go to the store and try to buy this, it'd be like $80, you know? So it's good prices. And a lot of the things, the way I look at it, one, it's the price. You cannot beat a good deal. And two, vintage items. I love true vintage stuff because you can't go to the mall or anywhere in person, Tilly's, PacSun. Don't get me wrong, those stores are great, but the vintage stuff you find at the thrift, you cannot go to any store in the mall or anywhere and find those pieces, which is why it kind of has more value to it. Not obviously just money, but kind of like, not sentimental, what's the word, like, it just has, it holds more value because it's harder to come around. I'm gonna just be showing you guys the things, and all of these items are going to be for sale on my Depop. But as I'm showing you the things, I'm kind of just gonna be talking like this and going through what I found. And let me know in the comments if you guys like any of these things. And if you subscribe and prove to me that you guys are subscribed, I will give you guys a really good deal. But anyways, let's get straight into the video. So I was at the thrift store today where I was, funny enough, looking at the hats. Talking about hats, this is a really cool one. Look, it's like a vintage Alabama one. I didn't find anything, and I really don't find interest collecting and or selling hats. So I didn't think much of it. So I walked past the rest and I started looking through the clothes. And as I was looking through the clothes, I noticed another reseller. He was a bit older. He was about 50 years old. He was looking through the hats, and he got a bunch of them. I think, I'm not exaggerating, probably about 5 or 10 hats. And I'm like, oh, like, there you go. He came up, and I saw that he had one hat that he was looking at. And I don't think he really knew what the value of it was. So he started going on eBay or Depop and started looking up the value. And as he was looking up the value, he was putting back hats that he didn't want, which is totally valid because there's a lot of times where I find something that I think is worth some money, but it's not. So he looked up the comps for the hat, and I think he, this is cool, it's like a little tour shirt. Anyways, he was looking at one of the hats. He put one back. It's like a little hat hanger, like a coat hanger. So you go 1, 2, 3, or if you want it, you take it off, 1, 2, 3. He had 5 to 10 of them. And he put back, I saw him go, and the reason why I was paying attention is because one of the hats he had was really, really cool, like something I would even wear for myself. And I noticed he walked away. And what I mean by walked away is he went to the other side of the store. He was by the shoe section, and he went pretty much next to the checkout, leaving the hat on the little wall, like the wall hanger, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And I saw that he put the hat back, and I'm like, I'm gonna take that hat then, you know, like that's a really cool hat. He put it back, he walked away, I'm gonna go grab it. So I went walking over. This is a classic. When I was in high school, this was a really popular brand, Grizzly. I walked over and I grabbed the hat. It was a vintage independent trucks hat, and it was embroidered on the inside of the bill, like on the bottom, the top, and all over. It was insane. It was a really cool hat. And I'm like, damn, like this is dope. I'm like, there you go. It's a come up for me. I'm surprised he didn't want it. I put it in my cart. I start walking around looking through other parts of the store. It's probably been a good 5 minutes since he walked away after looking at the hat, and it's probably been a good 5 minutes for me. So I would say a good 10 minutes collectively of just both of us looking around the store after the fact he put the hat back. It was in my cart, and he comes up to me because the hat is on the top of my cart, and I have a cart full of things. and the hat is laying perfectly on top like this. And he comes up and he goes, aggressively. If he would have came up to me a bit differently, I think I would have handled it differently. But regardless, I think I should have handled it better, considering one, it's a goodwill. Why am I tripping over it? If he came up to me though respectfully, I think it could have gone in a bit more respectful manner, because I don't think anybody should be talking to anybody in a disrespectful tone. So I kind of stood up for myself. So I had the hat, I'm walking around. He comes up to me and says, "Hey bro, you took my hat." I was like, oh brother. But he said it aggressively. His fists were clenched already, like, you know that Arthur meme where his hands are like right here by his side? He's like, "Bro, you took my hat." And I'm like, he's like real close to me, and I'm just like, "I didn't take it. You put it back on the rack, so I took it for myself." He goes, "Nah, bro, that was mine. I dropped it." And I told him, also, we dropped the hat perfectly on the hat rack and walked away with the others. Like it was obviously not dropped. If it was on the floor, I would obviously I'd be like, "Okay, bro, like, there you go, you got me." But he put it back, so I'm like, it's fair game, especially as a reseller. When it comes to reselling, if there's people that come up to me, and this is genuine, if there's people that come up to me and they're like, "Hey, I really love those pair of pants, can I see them?" I'd much rather them wear it, because they're gonna wear it and not sell it. So there's been a lot of times where I give a really cool shirt to somebody. Oh, sorry, I kind of paused. This one's cool. This one's a Fleetwood Mac vintage single stitch tour shirt. Found this at Goodwill too for like $3.99. And then he came up to me super aggressively. He said, "Bro, you took my hat, it fell, etc., etc." And I'm already just like, oh great, like this guy's coming at me, like he's pressing me, he's really aggressive about it. And I'm like, "Hey bro, like that's just how the game is. Like, you put it back, I grabbed it, that's just how it is. You didn't buy it yet, so it's not yours. You didn't drop it, or else I would have gave it to you. And you're a reseller, so like, you know, like I would feel bad, or I'd have sympathy or empathy for you if you were just a regular shopper or anybody else, but you're a reseller just like me, so like, we're both trying to make money, you know, and you obviously put it back." He said, "Can I have it back?" "You obviously put the hat back. I grabbed it. That's just how it is what I told him." And he starts pouting. He goes, "Oh, bro, like, come on. Like, you already have all those things in your car. Just give me this one thing." I'm just like, and one thing when he has like 10 other hats. I'm just like, bro, like, it's just a hat, bro. I literally said, "It's just a hat. Why are you tripping over a hat?" He says, "Because it was mine to begin with." And I'm like, oh my God, okay, this guy's clearly in his 50s. He's an older guy, older fella. And cool little baby tee. So yeah, he's clearly in his 50s, and he's coming up to me, pressing me over an independent trucks hat, which, don't get me wrong, it's a really cool hat, but why are we tripping over an independent trucks hat, you know? Like, you left it. If it was me personally, and I mean this truthfully, if I put back the hat, somebody grabs it, I'm gonna go, oh. The only way I guess I would go up to somebody not even aggressively, the only way I would go up to somebody genuinely, be like, "Hey, that was mine," is if it was like sitting in my cart and I see them physically take it out of my cart. Then I'd be like, "Okay, come on, bro." But that wasn't the case, you know? So he came up to me and I said, "How old are you?" I regret saying that, by the way, especially with my whole personal development that I've been trying to practice of being a better person, avoiding confrontation, and just focusing on me. In that current situation, my ego was in front of me. So I'm like, "Oh, you're not going to talk to me like that. You're blah, blah, blah." And what it got for me was more negativity, more tension, and it could have led to something really bad over a hat that was $2.99, which is, at the end of the day, not worth it. And I was not thinking about the money of the hat. I wasn't thinking about anything. All I was thinking about was, I'm not going to let this guy talk to me like that. But being the bigger man in this situation, to be an example for not only you, but the people around you, your friends and kids, if you have kids already, show them not to feed off these people's negative energy. He obviously wants the hat really bad, and you know he's lying. I knew he was lying. Right then and there, I should have been like, "There you go, bro. Like, have a good day. Like, good luck, bro. Good luck selling that." And just go about my day, you know? He's on his own journey. He's going through his own stuff that I can't judge. I just lost on like a $20 profit, you know? It's like $20, which whatever. But I didn't. I got upset. And when I got upset, I just thinking about it, I'm like, why did I say that, bro? Like, when I said it, like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, I was just pressed at this point. I'm like, this guy's pressing me. And he took a step closer to me, kind of just like he's gonna do something. And I'm just like, bruh. And what I think had happened is he found out that hat is worth something. So he's like, oh shit, the hat that I put back is actually worth money. I know you're a reseller. You looked up how much it's worth. You regret that you put it back, and you saw that I came up on it, and you want it back now. So you're throwing a fit at 50. But there I go again, judging him. And thou shalt not judge. I am not God, so why am I judging? This is really cute, like vintage woman's top. And then we're going back and forth. We start raising our volume with voices. It's a Goodwill, bro. At 3 p.m. on a, Tuesday, Wednesday it was? This is another cool band shirt. Who is this? Rod Stewart. I don't know any of these guys, but I think these are worth some good money right here. Single stitch all around too. Cool little Toltecs tab. But anyways, we start raising our voice at each other, and the conversation collectively lasted about 45 seconds, I would say. No more than a minute. It was really short, but it felt so long because of the tension that was in there. So I was like, how old are you, bro? Like, how old are you tripping over this hat? I said that to him. Oh my God, I cringed just thinking about why I said that and how I said it. I was just like, you're like 50 years old tripping over a hat that I got trying to resell. I'm like, you're trying to resell at this age? Like, what are you doing? And I want to hit my shin with a razor scooter for doing that. I really regret saying that. At the moment, I was like, yeah, that feels good to roast you. That feels good to whatever you guys want to freaking call it. But I was just in the heat of the moment. And I don't know if you guys have ever been in a confrontation with anybody. Sometimes you say some things that you regret or don't mean. I didn't mean to say that to him. He's making a profit. He's making a living. He's making a side hustle. Maybe he just likes thrifting like I do. And maybe that's going to be me in the future, still liking thrifting, not just for the money, but for the love of it. And I'm over here saying that shit to him, regardless that he came up to me, pressing me, saying that was his hat. I was like, how old are you? And he's just like, bro, just give that shit back. And I'm just like, all right. So I got the hat. I handed it to him. He snatched it from me, and I just left it at that. I'm like, all right, bro, have a good day. I was just like, I was fed up. I was like, I think once I said that comment, I kind of just like, I diffused my anger, and I was just like I really just said that. This is a cool, you guys can't see it too much, but it's a woman's Ralph Lauren type of dress. And it's white and black, and it kind of scrunches by the arm right there. This is pretty cool. Woo, for the ladies. And so he snatched the hat aggressively, and he just had that look. He kind of did one of these. He went, and he walked away. And I'm just like, okay. And then there's this grandma next to me that kind of looked at me, and she went, and I'm just like, yeah, like that fool's tripping. And I thought it was over. I thought, okay, finally it's really cool. Some Trojans sweats for the ladies in college, or the guys, shit, if you like some lady sweats, and to each his own. But he walks away, and I'm like, okay, that just happened. I feel really ashamed of how I acted. I can care less. I'm like, the hat is gone, bro. That's just a piece of something that's gonna be gone. I was more ashamed at myself. I'm like, did I really just give this guy my energy? Did I really just break character to fulfill my ego? And I was really ashamed, because it felt like everything that I've been doing and preaching to you guys kind of just went out the window. I'm like, wow, like I failed. And yes, I did. I failed. I messed up. I went to a really low vibration of where I was at with my mind and my words. And this is cool. Vintage Bebe? BB? Ooh, oh yeah, you guys are gonna fuck me up in the comments for that. The BB. He comes up, and he has this cart full of random clothes now. And he goes, hey bro, you want this? Oh, here, I also got this. And these are just random, they're not even clothes that you resell. They're like, obviously like regular plain white t-shirts or gray t-shirts, or like Fruit of the Loom t-shirts, like modern shirts. And he starts, hey, you want this one? Oh, this one's a really good one. I think you'd do real good with that one. Hey bro, there you go. I got this one just for you, man. He's being sarcastic. And I'm just like, I'm not saying anything. At this point, I'm just ignoring, which is what I should have done. And he starts handing me like 4 shirts that are obviously like buns, bro. Like these shirts are dookie. Like I don't want nothing to do with these shirts or him anymore. So I was just like, oh my God. Like this guy cannot be, oh shit. Oh, this guy cannot be serious right now. Found some other Trojans. Okay, yes, focus. There you go. And they're flared at the bottom. These are freaking amazing. The flare at the end. Then you got the embroidered Trojans logo right here. That's really nice. Like, come on, bro. Let's just cut it right here. Like, we're tripping over some Goodwill merchandise right now. Like, it's not that deep. It's not that worth it. Finally, I think he realizes, like, okay, this guy's not responding. He's not giving me any more attention. I'm just going to walk away. So I left those things in my cart. He walks away, and I'm just like, oof, like, that was horrible. And by that time, like I said, the clarity kicked in of just like, what the heck did I just do? Like, what just happened? Did that really just happen right now? Like, did I really just get pressed about this guy wanting his hat? And did I really press him back? Like, bro, I'm about to be 23. Why am I tripping over this? Regret hit like crazy. I was telling myself, I really wish I didn't say any of this. I really regret what I told him. Like, I felt bad. I knew it hit him in a soft spot because it made him more angry. I was just like, man, I feel like an asshole. Because I'm not. I genuinely am not an asshole. And you guys might think of me differently, but I know deep down that I'm a really nice guy. And I'm very generous. But I don't know what got to me. I think I was just having a rough day, but that's not an excuse to lash out. I was having a rough day. Why? Because I started off my day off a loss. I think that specific day, I woke up a little bit later. And what I mean by later is I've been waking up strictly about 5:30, 6 a.m. But I think I snoozed my 5:30 alarm, which is a no-go for me. I snoozed my alarm that day from 5:30 and I woke up around 5:45, 6. So I didn't hold myself accountable. So there's a little loss. Obviously, it's nothing. Like, I'm still waking up early. All right, there we go. We started off wrong. And then my push-ups. Instead of doing regular push-ups, I was doing incline. Yes, there's still push-ups. Ow. Yes, there's still push-ups. But they're not the push-ups that I told myself I was going to do. Of course, that happened because I was on a bad frequency already. I was telling myself I was going to do things and I didn't. I was kind of slacking. So my vibe, my energy felt off. Which is why I think when that situation happened, it also came out negative. But I bet you all my money that if I did all the things that I said I was going to do that morning, that day, this is really cool, like a Patagonia Cinchilla Pearl Snap. I come across a lot of cool women clothes, and I really wish it was my size. Look at that. That's nice. All this will be available on my Depop, link down in the description. I felt regret. I felt nasty. You know that pit in your stomach when you kind of just like, bro, like, why did I say that, bro? Like, oh, like, I still feel it. Like, when I'm making this video right now, currently, probably when I edit it too, I'm just going to be like, oh my God, bro, like, why did I say that? He left the store. I left immediately after he did, and I was just like, and I remember coming home. I remember coming home to my dad, and this is fleece, by the way. This is a nice Vineyard Vine woman's top. And I was just like, hey, Pops, like, I hate that feeling of regret. Like, you know when you do something that you knew you shouldn't have done, but you still did it. He's like, yep. And I told him the story, and he kind of was just like, it's like, yeah, that'll do it. That'll definitely make you feel regret. And till this day, obviously, don't dwell on it. I'm not dwelling on it, but just thinking about it, I'm just like, oh. And with situations like these, like the classic saying, may sound a little cliche, but you live, you learn. And it's true. You don't want to live and dwell. It's not you live, you dwell. We're not trying to dwell on that situation because you're not going to grow from it. But I lived that situation and I learned. And what did I learn? This is cool. A little Y2K Abercrombie and Fitch woman's top, extra small. I learned to hold myself accountable, to do the things that I need to do. For the following situation, if there is somebody at a store, regardless if it's mine, regardless if he dropped it or not, regardless of anything, if he's already coming at me aggressive, I don't want anything to do with that vibration, with that energy. You know, it's not worth my time and energy to give to him. So if it's a hat, if it's a really cool vineyard vine, crew neck, zipper, half zip, quarter zip, just give it to him. It's not worth the confrontation. It's not worth maybe getting slapped across the face. It's not worth maybe getting poked, any of that. It really isn't. So just give it to him. Avoid the confrontation. Avoid any of that. So that is what I learned. I didn't dwell on it. I wasn't just like, man, I'm such a horrible person. Like, this is shitty. Like, man, like, I wasn't beating myself up. I wasn't kicking myself while I was on the floor. I did for probably the car ride home from the thrift to the Goodwill, which is about 4 minutes. But I didn't continuously do it each day, if that makes sense. But that's pretty much it. Before I show you the last pile of clothes, I kind of want to close out that story here, and then I want to give you more detail on this last pile, because this last pile is really cool. One of my personal favorite finds on this one, it's a rare shirt from the 80s, mint condition. There's not one for sale anywhere. I looked it up on Google, Depop, eBay, anywhere. Nobody else has this for sale. It is, honestly, I think it's like a one of one in this condition from this year. I don't know, it's really crazy. But moral of the story is I almost got in a fight at Goodwill. I got in a verbal argument, which was really embarrassing. It was my first verbal argument in my whole life from a stranger over a freaking $2.99 Goodwill hat, which is insane. I regret it, and I hope to inspire you guys to let you know, hey, regardless if you're at Goodwill, the grocery store, if it's one thing, just give it to them. Be the bigger woman, be the bigger man, and just give it to them. Avoid ruining your day. Avoid ruining any confrontation, physical or verbal, over one thing. It is not worth it, from my experience, arguing with somebody. Just give it to them. And that's pretty much it. That was my day. This happened a couple days ago. I've been meaning to make a video about this in a different format for you guys, which is what I'm interested in, which is I love thrifting, and I can kind of help you guys hopefully learn a couple things. Is just, it's not worth arguing with somebody, period. That's it, regardless. And you're gonna regret it later, especially if you say something that you didn't mean. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can be 50, 60, 80, 90, 100. I don't care. You can be rich, you can be poor, anything. Thrifting and reselling is for anybody and everybody. So I regret saying that. If for some crazy reason you happen to see this video, or if anybody sees this video, keep reselling, keep thrifting, keep enjoying the love of it, because it's something I love, and I don't think I'm ever going to stop, even when I'm 50. So that's it. It's all love, all peace. And yeah, it sucks that happened, but you live and you learn, and we're having a great day. And I found all these things. This is all from like one thrift shop, by the way, one thrift store. So I got like the honey hole spot, if you know, you know. But this is the craziest shirt I have ever found. I've been thrifting since I was in elementary school. I am now 23 years old. I've been thrifting for a lot of years, if that makes sense. But never in my whole life have I found a grail this crazy. This is an LA Rams Super Bowl shirt from the 1980s. Mint condition, not a stain, not a snag, not a stretch, not anything. It is the perfect white with the perfect blue. Super Bowl 1980, we're number one AFC champions. LA Rams. Los Angeles Rams, Pasadena, California, January 20th, 1980. And then the back says Super Bowl XIV, and it has the players on here. I'm like scared bringing it outside. There's no sell comps for any of this right here. It's not on anywhere, not on eBay, not on Goodwill. I mean, not on eBay, not on Poshmark, not on anywhere. So if anybody is watching this that is an LA Rams fan, if you're an LA Rams fan, you need this. If you're a diehard LA Rams fan, you need this in your collection. You are not going to find this anywhere else. This style, this size, in this amazing condition. And I'm not trying to say this to try to upsell you, but this is genuinely in pristine condition. Obviously, it's from the 1980s. There's going to be a little fade to it, a small spot of discoloration, but besides that, everything is in amazing condition. Let me get you guys a close-up. Look at that. Single stitch all around. If you're an LA Rams fan, if you know anybody that's an LA Rams fan, that's a collector, please message me on Instagram at kickitwithcam, and I will give you guys, I'll hook you guys up with that jersey. Let's do some business. Let's talk some numbers. There's no price on it. I don't know how much it's worth. I don't know how much I should sell it for. I personally am going to keep it. I'm not in a rush to sell that at all. The value is just going to keep going up. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. I think it'll be really cool for the man cave, a sports bar, the fucking museum at this point, bro. Like, that thing is nice. I found that shirt for $1. I'm not even kidding, $1. Crazy. And then let's get you guys to the other one. So that's pretty much it. I've been a little stressed, actually. I want to tell you guys about this too. I've been stressed. This is a cool vintage Alabama shirt, all over print, or I guess not all over print, but the front. But I've been stressed because I'm like, damn, like, you guys are still showing a lot of love on my videos, but I just kind of lost, like, I feel like I'm kind of like draining myself in the sense of the same type of content, which is not a bad thing, but everywhere on my Instagram, it's always talking about like bettering yourself, which is amazing. I'm still going to continue that, but it's like personal development, but that's all I talk about. I don't talk about my interest, my life, besides like smoking weed, like that story. But when it comes to any other interest that I have and what I'm doing currently with my life after that passed, I had never really talked about it. This is a cool woman's, I like how I cut myself off like completely, but this is a woman's Roxy snow jacket. This one's really cool. It's a nice yellow. I've been like posting the same style format videos, which I get followers, I get likes, but it's not about that at the end of the day. It's about what I like. And yes, I do like making videos with personal development, but I also want to make videos about me thrifting, me fishing, me vlogging, hanging out with my girlfriend. And I kind of just, that's the whole point of this new video, this new style of videos, of just me talking about what I love and situations that I experience in life and how I handle them now. Not about developing anymore, but just showing you how I've developed. If that makes sense. So we're going to have a lot more personal conversations, a lot more fun. I'm going to show you guys my interests, such as thrifting, reselling, fishing, being outdoors, hikes. We're going to be traveling a lot too, so get ready for those videos. But yeah, so this one we also got another woman's Roxy with like a fox fur type of hooded top, the plaid all around. So yeah, I've been stressing myself out because I'm like, damn, like, I hope you guys like these styles of videos, you know? Because you guys really do like the old format, but it's starting to slow down, I noticed. And now I'm like, damn, like, if that's not working, what else should I do? So we're going to try this format out of just being myself even more and just talking about what I like. These are vintage women's bootcut Ralph Lauren denim jeans. Look at that. Whew. I'm confident. Obviously, you don't want to doubt yourself on anything that you do. Before we end that, this is the last piece of clothing that I found. These are vintage Levi woman bootcut. Curvy bootcut, to be exact. It says curvy on the top, so whatever that means. These are freaking beautiful. Look at the back on these. Here, let me go this way. So, never doubt yourself. And I was doubting myself really bad. I was actually talking to my family, not about giving up, but kind of just like, what am I going to do now? Like I told myself that this is what I'm going to do for a job. This is my career. This is my life. And I'm kind of doubting myself on, is this the right decision? I started comparing myself to other people on why do they have their life together, and I feel like I don't. But everybody's on their own journey. Mine is making content. So yeah, they're supposed to be on their own journey, doing their thing, and I'm very proud of them. But one thing that I wasn't proud of is the way I was comparing myself to others. I'm not them. They are not me. So why am I tripping about the choices they make, whether they're successful or not, and the choices I make? I just got to make sure that I'm happy, I'm confident, I'm healthy, and I'm chasing what I love. And I really love making these videos for you guys, and I pushed through that. I know it's been a little bit since I made a video, but I think I pushed that little barrier that a lot of people give up on, which was really tough for me. But I'm really proud of myself that I made it out. And yeah, we're outside today. We're in my backyard. We just finished filming those clothes back there. Those ones over there too. And I think that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys. And if you guys saw anything, if you guys have any questions about the clothes you guys saw in the video, for the sizes, the prices, you can always message me in the comments down below, or you guys can message me on Instagram or on Depop. I'm going to be linking all of those down below, and I'm more than happy to help you guys. And like I said, if you guys let me know that you're from YouTube, I will give you guys a really good deal. And yeah, for that Super Bowl shirt, for the Rams fans, let me know who you guys know that would probably like that. That's a really cool tee right there. I'm going to take good care of it till somebody else takes it off of me. But that's pretty much it. I found all of those at the thrift store today. It was an insane haul, which is why I wanted to make a haul video. And I also wanted to talk about that story, that experience that I had a couple days ago at the same thrift. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned from my mistakes. And I love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video. Later.